There are some names, brands and people who are so deeply engraved in history that we can see them everywhere. Now I'm watching The Fox and the Hound, and look what I noticed here. This is the most iconic automobile of the auto industry. This is the man behind the story of this car. The car is renowned Ford Model T. Upon halting its production, nearly 17 million units of this vehicle had been manufactured. It means by 1927, almost half of all cars in the world were Ford Model T. This car and its extremely high sales figures marked the start of a new age in the history of modern industrialism. Some people call it the age of assembly line production, or as some refer to it, the dawn of the motor age in America. Ford is praised as the inventor of the modern America, but it doesn't mean Ford was the inventor of automobile, neither was he the inventor of internal combustion engines, nor did Ford design Model T by himself. No! The only role that Ford played was enacting the idea of commercializing the automobile for mass consumers. Ford converted an already existing technology into an innovation. He developed a supplyable product for everyday use by ordinary people. So it is possible to combine state-of-the-art inventions and new ideas and come to a unique success. 22 years before the mass production of Model T was started by Ford, Carl Benz had patented the first automobile of the world. But it was Henry Ford who reduced the time of mass producing his automobile from almost 13 hours to 93 minutes for each unit. So, what is the definition of innovation? Innovation is the practical implementation of ideas that result in the introduction of new goods or services, or improvement in offering goods or services. This is the classic definition introduced by Joseph A. Schumpeter.
Des sogenannten österreichischen Menschen missbraucht werden.
It is so relevant, and of course, a good definition. However, it's not a colorful story with no bump in the road. It took Henry Ford many years to transform his innovation into a success story. His success couldn't have been achieved without the help of designers, engineers, marketers, and so many others. He was assisted by a large number of people to garner this triumph. Converting a good idea into a good product, and then into a good production line, and finally into a successful business is a process that nobody is capable to run single-handedly. Even when this industrial giant was in exclusive possession of Ford family, it came to a point where it lost its position of number one car seller in the US. In 1936, Ford fell to third place behind General Motors and Chrysler, and since then has never managed to reclaim its position as the top car seller in the United States. I think Ford could have preserved his company's lead in the market if he had watched the rest of this video. Let me cut it short. No business can go from zero to hero relying on ideas, thoughts, and creativities of a single person. You don't need to reinvent it if you want to use the wheel. You should just benefit from what have already been achieved. Instead of trial and error, we can simply learn from others' experiences. Because we are now living in a world where trial and error is so costly as it can cause waste of time, energy, and human resources. Now there are so many Iranian companies which can solve these problems and help free groups of people. First, those Henry Fords who haven't yet turned their idea into a lucrative enterprise. Second, those Henry Fords who have succeeded in setting up their own companies, but their businesses are now in trouble and not profitable. Third, there are companies which can significantly scale up after receiving right advice and consultation. So don't hesitate to contact one of these companies if you have a great idea, or if your business is still far away from its ideal, or if you want to put it on the right track to success.